Okay. All right. It says we're live. Don't know if anybody's here yet. It doesn't look like it yet. But hello everybody.
Hey everyone.
I did just make a tweet. I'll just have to retweet that we're live. Hello, Crimson is here. Let's see if anybody else. We'll just wait a few moments and see if anybody else is here. I get a love heart today, Crimson, unlike yesterday when you thought I didn't love you anymore. It's all right. That's the whole of the conversation we had, Shay. She's very, very mischievous. We'll wait a moment and see if anyone's here. You don't. Oh, thank you. We've got 3 people watching at the moment. I know it's been a while since we last did one of these. I can assure you that we won't go off the grid. We won't go off the grid again like we did. We won't. But I was to say, welcome to episode. Is this episode 7? We're on episode 7, aren't we, Shay?
Yep.
I'm just losing track. So yeah, we're on episode 7, and today we are going to be talking about favorite male characters. Yay! We get to talk about the males because we've done the females, and I said eventually we're gonna do the males. So. And I did tweet the other day that it was going to be, maybe it's going to about to get a bit hot and steamy, you know? So, yeah, you guys let us know how you guys like doing. You let us know in the chat. I see there's already a few familiar faces. Hi, Jiro. Hi, Devon. Hi, Lynn. Hello, Annaboo. All right, let's kick things off with some of our male favorites, because I've actually never heard Shay talk about hardly any of the male favorites. So I'm curious about this myself. So we'll just go one at a time. We'll just go, I don't know, let's see. Should we put a number on how many male favorites? Because I have so many. It's very, very hard. Let's see. Maybe we say like 5. We say 5 of our favorite male characters, because I'm sure 5. You've got like an endless list, Shay.
A little bit, yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. We'll say 5, and then like maybe towards the end we'll mention a few more, depending on where we're at. And Devin, you want candy? I can't give you candy right now. I don't have candy. I wish I could eat that stuff right now, but I'm like on a major diet trip right now, which is so fun. But all right, we will go through some of our male favorites. We'll say 5, and we will say why we love them and the moment that we fell in love with them. Oh, it's already hot in this room. God, I'm just getting tense just thinking about this already. All right, so I'm gonna get Shay to take us away and tell us her very first male favorite.
My very first male favorite is probably Darian, or Momoru, as many people also know him by.
Oh, God, how did I not see that this was coming? Tuxedo Mask! You know,
gotta be my first. That's just a given. I mean,
I'll tell you right now that my friend Gigi from Anime Palooza, that is her like big husbando favorite male ever. It is pure nostalgia for her. She's talked about him many a times. So I was anticipating this. So what was it about Darian that you fell in love with?
Sorry, bless me.
That's all right.
I don't know. I just thought it was cute. And my whole thing was like, because of course when I watched Sailor Moon, I was like 6 years old when I first watched it. So I guess my first thought was, number one, I hope I'm as cool as the Sailor Scouts when I get into middle school, and I was very much disappointed because I was not. And then I was like, oh my god, if all guys are like Darian in college, I can't wait for college. And then I was once again heavily disappointed.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. It just I guess it was because, you know, as most of us, we were kids when we first started watching anime. And I guess because usually when I watched anime and it was cartoons, you know, none of the guys or girls for that matter really looked human. So it was like, you really didn't care. I mean, well, okay, granted, besides Disney was the only other one that I can think of that everyone was like, you know, looked like people. So of course you started to be like, oh my God, yeah, they're cute.
I know it's all like the prince like characters. Lynn says it was her first anime crush as well. Yeah, and I find Darian is Tuxedo Mask is quite a few people's favorites. I have like past friends say that he was their like first crush and stuff. I don't know. I couldn't really get into the dude, even though when I first fully watched Sailor Moon for the first time, like all of it, this was when I was like 15 when I moved here. It was like a friend's it was at a friend's sleepover, and we just like binge watched like the very first like season, and I was just like, oh, this guy is so fickle. I always found Darren like so fickle. I did. You know, just with the way he was, it just made me think, oh yeah, guys are gonna be like him when I start my new school and everything. And yes, I was gravely disappointed.
Yeah.
It's not the same as like, it's not the same when you're like a fictional character. And when you go into real life, you are just can be left so disappointed. Like beyond disappointed. Okay. One of my well, this is no secret. My like number one like favorite male character is Himura Kenshin. Kenshin Himura. Yes. And again, that anime is in like my top favorites as well, Rurouni Kenshin. Kenshin, the first thing I instantly liked about him, besides the minus of, oh, he's really nice, very humble, and you know, he's great. He's a great swordsman. Yes, Kenshin is bae, Devon. I love using that word now. A lot of people get irritated saying, oh, he's so bae. No, I love saying that word now. And no, like throughout the series, Kenshin just always kept repeating himself. Like he would go like, yes, Ms. Karu, yes. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because I always do that like when I'm doing my videos or when I'm just talking with someone in general. I just repeat myself. It's just a thing I have, unfortunately. And yeah, and just can't, you know, just of how kind Kenshin was. And he was the first character I could actually see myself like wanting to marry and have children with. We're in like real life. I don't really want children. I don't want brats. No, that's me saying honestly. So you know, and I could imagine like all these little Kenshin juniors running around, and so Kenshin holds a very special place in my heart. And at some time, I need to get a body pillow of him. You know how we all need our body pillows. I mean, that's an interesting question, Shay. What is one, if you could have a body pillow, who would you want on there?
Nobody.
Nobody. You don't want a body pillow?
Well, I mean, okay, I like body pillows. I mean, I have a body pillow. There's no one on it, but I just like it because it's a pillow. But I don't want anyone on it, just because once you put someone's body on a body pillow, I feel like it just gets a little weird.
It just gets a little weird.
And I don't want anybody coming here in my room and saying, "Why do you have a body pillow with someone on it?" Like, I just feel like there would be a lot of questions and concerning it. And I think, and the worst part, I think, like, granted, no judgment to anyone who has a body pillow. No judgment to anyone who has an anime character body pillow that has a character on it. My biggest thing, though, is that half the time when I see these body pillows, the characters are scantily clad with barely clothes on. That is when I'm like, well, no.
I look, I can understand, but like, I've got a body pillow. I have a body pillow, Sailor Jupiter, but it doesn't. I don't like hug it before I go to bed or anything. It's just I really wanted it because it was her on there. But for me, if there's like a 6-pack showing of a certain male character that's my favorite, I could say so many. Then I'm all for it. I'll happily have that beside my bed now. I'm going to be one of those saddos now that needs I need like a body pillow with a male character. Well, Devin, I'm not gonna hug the one that I've got my waifu on there. I would feel, I don't know, I guess I would feel a little weird. I would feel like a little weird. But
like, I guess that's like, yeah.
But yeah, so well, Lynn, I'd want the real thing. Don't we all? We all want excuse me. We all want the real thing. All right, Shay.
Like,
yeah. All right. Who is a second favorite of yours?
A second favorite of mine is Maury from High School Host Club.
Oh, who's that one? Is that
Maury is he's the quiet one. He literally says nothing. Like, in the actual show, he says words like like, he literally doesn't say any words.
Oh yeah. Show. Oh, sorry. It's been so long since I've seen that show.
He's like Honey's friend in the show. Like, him and Honey are like they're the two in the show. But Maury literally says nothing. But I like that. I've learned that I like the silent types.
Oh, you like you like the silent types.
Yeah, like, I've noticed a lot of my ones that I tend to pick, like, well, I can't say them all because we're naming 5, but you'll see from the other ones I decided to pick, they all have like the same qualities. I think there's only like one that I actually like that talks or like says a lot or is like kind of out there. The rest of them, they're all like, they say a lot, they kind of talk, but they're not like, they don't really talk.
Yeah, so in real life, you just want to have a guy that just hardly talked at all.
No, like, I want the
you just want them to do as they're told. Like, all men should do as they're told.
No, like, I want like the strong and like the silent type. Not like do as you're told, but I want like the tough guy.
Yeah. What are you eating?
Me?
Yeah. Is it that candy that I saw in an Instagram picture you put up recently of eating like these red string things?
Red vines.
Red vines. Oh my God, I was so jealous.
I do have a pack of those, but that's not what I'm currently eating. I'm actually eating Reese's chocolate.
Oh, I've never heard of that. I've never heard
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Now it's ringing.
I was about to say, if you haven't heard of these, they're delicious.
Oh, I hate anything with peanut in.
Oh, girl, you're missing out. These are delicious.
No. I hate anything to do with peanut. Okay. A second favorite character I love is along the lines of what you just said, is silent. Mm-hmm. It doesn't say much. It's actually Sugumu from the anime Nagi no Asakara, which is the Lullen Sea. He's like, because in the series, this is a spoiler, everyone. Shh, if you've not seen the show, Nagina Asakara, there is a time skip that happens in the show, and I'm not liking like middle school Sugumu. I'm liking where there's a time skip and we go like 5 years later, and then he's older. I don't know. Like he only says, the only time he ever says something is when it's necessary, and he always seems to say the right thing. And I don't know why I was attracted to how he just didn't hardly say a word, and I'd be like, yeah, you wouldn't say much in bed, would you? No, I don't think he'd say much in bed.
Oh my god.
I think he'd be very sweet and caring. And yeah, I'm just really attracted to him about it. It just seems like he would just go with the flow with anything. He wouldn't try to retaliate. I hate boys who retaliate. They're hard to pin down. They're annoying.
Yeah, that's
my honest opinion. But yeah, Sugumu. Yeah, definitely Sugumu. Okay. Who is a third favorite, Shay?
Third favorite. I've said this before, so I'm just gonna say it again. Sashomaru from Inuyasha.
Oh yeah, I know. I thought he was gonna come along somewhere.
Yes, I know that he, in most of the series, he tries to kill Inuyasha several times, as well as all of his comrades. But the boy is hot, so he can do what he wants. Plus, once he has Rin come along, he becomes a bit more of a softie.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, I just like the way you said that there. Oh, he can do what he wants. That's all right. It sounds like me. I've got like the she devil in me somewhere.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. That's so Sashomaru. How would you seduce Shisho? How would you actually seduce Sashomaru? Because he's such a hard-headed block. How would you?
I don't think I'd be able to, honestly.
Makes you think like,
I mean, I guess, I don't know. I guess being myself. I mean, that there's really. I mean, because half the time when people say like when you want to seduce someone, like half the time you end up looking like an idiot trying to seduce someone.
That's true. I mean,
because you yourself, as trying to seduce the seducer, you look like an idiot, and then the seducee, the one you're trying to seduce, just thinks you're creepy, or they don't understand what you're doing. Or like if you're someone like me who's like literally the worst one to try to seduce, because I'd be like,
I can't picture it.
I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, I'm confused, and it won't hit me till like way later that I'm like, oh, that's what they were doing, and then like that's totally me. It goes over my head.
Uh-oh. She was just on a roll there, and now we've just lost her. It's all right. She'll come back in a sec. It's all good, people. Had this happened last time? Jeez, I remember when that kept happening to me. And stop mentioning thug, Jiro. I'm not a thug. Thug leader. Oh, I've got tears rolling down my eyes right now. Oh, here she is.
Me?
That's right. You were on a roll, and then it's gone.
Oh.
So good.
It's still there. I don't know what happened.
That's all right. I know it happened. That's all right. I know it happened last time. And I was just saying, it's like deja vu. It's like, come on, internet, be nice. Be nice.
I know.
What were you saying now? I've totally lost track.
That I wouldn't be able to really seduce him. I feel like he'd kill me halfway through. So I just probably try to be myself and try not to die. That is probably what would have to happen.
Yeah,
I would
can't
probably die halfway through.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, like, I've had trial and error where I like this one guy in high school. He was a person that used to bully me. How could you like someone that used to bully you? Like, I don't know. And yeah, I didn't try to like seduce him. I just I like did silly things like flick the like I used to flick my hair up. Huh? You can imagine me just doing that right now. You can just picture it. Yeah, I used to try and act really, really smart when I used to do like presentations, talking in front of the class, and I always kind of look over and see if he was paying attention to me. No. Sad story.
That's usually what happens.
So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, seduction. On the average scale of 1 to 10 of how it works to attract a male, is probably 2.
Yeah.
2 for like anybody. Unless you're drop dead gorgeous and they're all come and flock in, then you wouldn't really have an issue.
And then even then, sometimes like even if you see someone and a girl that is drop dead gorgeous and who tries to flirt or can flirt, sometimes their personalities are the piece of shit. And then you're like, and then you as another girl is kind of like, I don't get it. And then another thing you gotta realize is sometimes someone else's flirting style you can't do. Like some people can do that little kid flirting, like, you know, when little kids punch each other in the face and they say that that's flirting. But as a kid, you're like, that just hurts. Like, I don't get why that's flirting, but that hurts. You say you like me and you push me on the ground. I don't get why that's okay. But then if you do that as an adult, you're just being abusive. But some people can do that and they can get away with it. Like a girl will take some dude's hat and be like, oh, look, I'm wearing your hat. And they can be like totally flirting with the dude and it totally works. But then you do it to a guy and you just look like a fool. Or the person just doesn't care. You're just like, all right, my flirting days are over. Let me give you this guy. Like, and so like everyone has a different flirting style, but half the time
I don't have a flirting style. I don't think
anyone does.
No one has.
Like, I don't think really anyone has a flirting style. It's kind of like how you act around someone that you like. Like some people, when they like someone, they will, like you said, they'll either try. Some people act very dumb when they're around someone they like because they want to. Sometimes girls do because they want to be like that damsel in distress. Some girls don't, and then they just act normal.
Yeah, well, most of the ones that have shit personalities are probably sleeping with a million guys or have some poor suckers strung along somewhere. So
for some girls, though, that works. And some girls it works. Like some girls, they'll sleep with the guy and, and that works for them. Some girls, that doesn't work for them. Or they just aren't that type of girl to just go and do that. So I feel like, and then some people have a particular reason why they do it, like some girls will probably do it. And then that's just how they've always been able to approach things with a guy, even though there's more ways to do that, more ways to approach a guy than using your body.
We need some of that. We need some of that pizzazz.
But then that makes it weird for the girls who don't use their bodies because then they see the girls who use their bodies get the guys that they want, and then the girls who don't use their bodies don't get the guys that they want. So then it's teaching the girls that don't do it that this is what you have to do to get it.
Sad fact, everybody. Sad fact. Such is life. It's like, why the hell should it be so hard to date? You always question yourself. Okay. Third favorite, let's see, for me, it's an idol boy, and you recently just did a review on this show, Shay.
Is it from Uta no Prince Lama?
Yes, I haven't watched a review yet. I need to, but it is the guy with the blue hair. It is
with the red hair.
The blue hair. It's Tokia Ichinose.
Tokia Ichinose.
Yeah, Ichinose. I honestly, it wasn't his personality that attracted me about him. It was his voice, and that is a voice. His voice I could sit there and listen to. I'd be happy to sit there and listen to it. I'd even pay him just to sit there beside my bed and sing to me every night. I would love that. And sing me to sleep. Oh, he is very pretty to look at, and he's one of the more level-headed out of like all of the cast of characters.
I think they're all very pretty to look at.
Yeah, they are. He delved. You got to see more background kind of in his story. Oh, he's your favorite as well, Lynn. Oh, that makes me so happy. Maybe he's the one I need a body pillow of.
Oh, dear Lord.
I do some thinking. Or even just a regular pillow will do. You know, I don't have any, you know, like I said, I don't have any of my favorite males as pillows or anything yet. Must change that. Okay, Shay. Fourth one.
Number 4. Let's see. I liked Chad from Bleach.
Oh, Chad. Oh, the one that can hardly see.
Sato.
He looks like, I'll tell you what he looks like. He looks like a old English sheepdog where when all his hair's all over his face.
I know. The reason why once again is he barely talks in the show, but for some reason I like that. Like, okay, granted I do like Ichigo as well. And Grimjow. And Renji. So I like more than just Chad in that show. I like multiple of them.
Well, I know you've seen like more Bleach. You've seen more Bleach of me, and I know it was one of the first shows like you watched anyway. So
it was the first longer series shows I watched. Once I got really dwelled more into anime, and it was one of the shows I always heard about, and I was just like, oh, this show is called Bleach. Why is it called Bleach? Is it named because of Clorox or what? I don't understand this. And so I finally watched it, and I was just like, oh, I like this. It's like a fighting show. And then I started to see all the characters, and I was like, oh, I like this even more. And then I was like, when does this come back on Toonami? And then I finished it, and I was just like, nah, I'm upset.
Chad. I like a Chad, but he's not an anime character. He's the lead singer from Nickelback. That's my Chad. Oh, you don't like Nickelback? Oh.
I do. I like 2 of their songs. 2.
Oh, you like 2 of their songs?
2. Photograph and Rockstar. I think they're their older songs. I haven't.
Oh yeah, but their older stuff is so good.
Yeah, I like about 2 of those.
Okay, a 4th favorite for me is another kind of like silent type, except this guy's deaf. It's Nicholas from the anime Gangster. Have you seen that show yet, Shay?
No.
Oh,
I haven't seen Gangster.
I think you'd enjoy it. It's all about the mafia and, you know, dirty dealings, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah, and I really, really fell in love with Nicholas, not because like he knows how to swing the sword around. Oh my god, no, the aspect of him being deaf, it's very, very interesting with his character of how he tries to communicate with his friend, with his partner in crime. God damn it, I forgot his name. If anybody can remember his name, can you tell me? Because it's been a while since I watched it. What really did it for me that he became a favorite was learning about his tragic background of like where he came from, and of just how rough he had it in life. And yes, Warwick, yes, Crimson is Warwick and Nicholas, yes. And you know, it just made me think, like, you know, like I want to protect you.
Aww.
So, you know, he can come in my bed anytime. Maybe Warwick can as well. Well, Warwick's pretty good looking actually. He's like got all blonde hair. He's got like an eye patch over his eye when he's smoking a cigarette. I'm like, damn. Doesn't mean every character I think has to sit there and has to be smoking a cigarette. Not that that's very unhealthy for you people. It's unhealthy. Don't smoke. But there's just some sort of attraction about just saying for fictional characters, not for real life people, about them like just sitting there having a cigarette. I don't know. There's something about it that just attracts me. And weird. Okay, fifth one. Your
number 5.
Yes, we're not. These, by the way, these aren't like our top 5 rated ones. These are just
we have like multiple. I have
so many. You should
yeah,
know us. Yeah. So
number 5. I probably have to go with Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, okay. Let me. Hold on. I have not seen Yu Yu Hakusho. How do you spell it? How do you spell his name?
Hiei.
Hiei. Okay. Hiei. Let's see. Oh yeah, this kid. I mean, how old is he in the series?
I don't know. He's a demon, so he could be thousands of years old for all.
Oh, okay. What made him become a favorite for you?
I guess because he's so bad.
Because he's so bad.
Like in the show, he's like a bad / good guy. Like he's like Yu Yu Hakusho's Vegeta. You know, he's a bad guy, but he's like a good guy, you know, but he still has that bad guy mentality.
If he's anything like Vegeta, then I'll go for him. Like I used to hate Vegeta, but like now, like I actually really like Vegeta. Don't know when I started liking the jerk, but yeah, definitely Vegeta. Very interesting. I can't see. I'm scouring the internet at the moment because I really, really want to watch Yu Yu Hakusho because I'm trying to watch. Yeah, I'm trying to focus on watching some older series over the next 3 or 4 months in particular. And yeah, I've got to try and hunt down all the box sets and yeah, I'll give my verdict when I get around to watching it with him in it. Very interesting insight of some of your favorites, Shay. Surprise! So everybody, Shay likes the silent type. Silent type.
So right.
That's all right. I'll send you some cute silent type Aussies your way. If there's no good, decent left American boys left in America, I'll send some Aussie ones your way, Shay.
Oh yeah.
I'll send them in a package.
Right.
No. Okay. Another favorite for me is Athrun from the anime Gundam Seed. I always had this toss up between Athrun and Kira. For the longest time, I was very much a Kira girl. Now I've just swung right over to the Athrun side of things because it's as corny as it sounds. It's just Athrun's very justifiable attitude that he has. You know, he's all righteous and justice, blah blah blah. And I don't know. I was just really attracted to that more than Kira's. Kira, a lot in the anime Gundam Seed was kind of lost half the time, whereas like Athrun, even though he was kind of lost as well, let's just say they were both lost in what they wanted to do, what path they wanted to take. I just liked seeing what decisions Athrun made more, and Kigali totally didn't deserve him. Just like, no, you don't deserve Athrun. So yeah, I would love a body pillow of Athrun. That'd be good. I have no shame. Because, you know, the other day, Shay, I was plastered. No, not the other day. No, last week, I opened up a Discord and I got plastered as a thug. I did. It's all too late. I'm just...
How you got plastered as a thug?
Yeah, thug leader. I can't remember who first said it, actually. So there's like this hashtag been going around, thug leader. And it's all because I told a story in another stream of how like a boy used to bully me. And like that I didn't nearly dislocate his arm. I just twisted it enough that it hurt him. And I used to tell the other kids, oh, I dislocated his arm, just so they'd just leave me alone. And then I got plastered as a thug. So if you keep noticing the thug leader, that's it. That's it. So right, Crimson's already said she thinks I like bad boys. Thug leader likes bad boys. Yes. I sometimes wonder if I should have gotten to know you, all of you lot, in the first place. It makes me wonder. Slimy. All right. So run through some of our like male favorites, but like for the fun of it, there is the list is endless of how many male characters you can like in anime. There's so many luscious specimens, we'll call them. So for a fun part, we're going to cover anime guys we would actually date. That's a totally different type. That's a totally different aspect. So me and Shay will pick 3 anime guys we would like to date and why. So I'm going to get Shay to give us her number one choice, her first choice. So Shay, who is the first one you would date in anime and why?
The first one that I would date in anime and why? I would have to go with, out of my 5 that I already chose, or could these be different ones?
It can be different ones. Doesn't have to be out of the ones that you just chose.
Okay. So I'd probably say I would have to go with Shikamaru from Naruto. Just because he's really smart, but he's also kind of lazy. So they always say that, you know, if you want to hire someone to do a job, you choose the lazy one, because they'll always find the quickest way to get their work done because they're lazy. And I don't know why. Yeah, I think that's why. Just because he's smart, but he's also kind of lazy. So in reality, it's like, if I was to like hang out with him and date him, like we would be able to just hang out and not do much of anything, like not to really like go out to places. Like we could just kick back and watch a movie. But then he's also super smart, so I can like maybe watch a documentary or something with him.
Is he the one that's got spiky kind of brown hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always says like that's such a drag because he doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah, oh sorry, it took me a while just to recollect who it was, because I've only seen so much of Naruto and I'm like, oh yes, him. I was actually kind of fond of him. But then for the longest time I was a Sasuke girl. I'm like, no, I don't like Sasuke much anymore.
I never cared for Sasuke. I didn't understand why people liked him. I'll be honest. I feel like I'm getting all Sasuke fangirls everywhere are probably like, I'm going to punch you in the throat.
I remember when Naruto first came out, and just how like there's in any anime show there's always ends up being any popular one, there's always going to end up being this war between the two like best boy characters is how it goes. And then with Sasuke and Naruto, it was like it was massive, you know. I'd say fangirls these days are more lethal than ever. Even though we call ourselves fangirls, me and you call ourselves fangirls, we're not like, there's like normal fangirls and then there's like the savage type.
Yeah, because you talk bad about
if you don't agree with their favorite husbando. or some of their choices, just like how it is choosing between what's a good anime and what's a bad anime. Or what's the best anime out there? Those kind of arguments, they're all the one and the same.
Exactly. And my whole thing is this. You like a particular guy that you like, or you have a crush on, or however, the character that is your husbando for a reason. That doesn't mean I'm going to find that same reason. For example, a lot of people like Levi from Attack on Titan.
I
don't like him. Okay, as a character, he's fine, but I never found anything about him. I didn't understand people's like, oh my goodness, with him, I didn't get it. I still don't get it.
I really don't get it. Like, I don't get how they ship Aaron and Levi. I'm sorry to anyone that likes those two. I thought
Levi was a main character. That was my whole thing. I didn't want to talk on Titan until like it aired. And it was done, and I'm seeing all these posts about it, and I'm just like, okay, I'm guessing it's about Levi. I'm guessing this is a main character. And they introduced Aaron, and they introduced Levi the second half of the series. I was like, this is Levi, and he shows up halfway through.
Yeah, I can't stand Levi. Like, just his expression on its own. It's just how can he be attracted to that? I just look at his face, and I start laughing.
Yeah. But the fangirls are very, very cutthroat about, like, not just him, but just in general, like you said, you know, if you say, oh, I don't like that husbando, and oh, I don't like that character, you don't say anything about their husbando, you just say, I don't like that character, and you just say, like, I just, you know, he's not a character I have a crush on. Then all of a sudden it's like blasphemy that you don't like this particular character. But it's like, I'm not going to have the same taste as you. Like, you might like a certain type of music, and I might tell you, oh, I don't like it. That doesn't mean that you got to go and like have like death in your eyes that you want to now kill me because I don't like a particular person. It's just saying, hey, we don't have the same taste, and that's perfectly fine.
I don't think I've never had that experience with like a fellow girl where she's totally like giving me the glare and wants to kill me because I don't like her character. I've never really had that experience, but I know people that have had that experience. They have, and that's unfortunately what comes with this community, unfortunately. So you can only avoid it. But yeah, I don't get Levi. Why? All right. All right. Let's see. Character I'd want to date. Well, I actually did a blog post for this a while back, and the people that I chose are still ones that I would date. I've been meaning to do like kind of a part 2 for this. I have been meaning to. So one I would like to date is actually Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist. I instantly fell in love with Mustang. And when I've seen the original series of Full Metal Alchemist, not the Brotherhood yet. Mm-hmm. I think I loved Roy's cheeky, charismatic, kind of smug personality. Not that he always rubs people the wrong way. That always had me laughing all the time. Every time he annoyed like Edward, it was hilarious. And underneath all that exterior, I could tell that, you know, he was very, very caring underneath all that. And it killed me when, spoilers again, if no one's seen Full Metal Alchemist, but I'm pretty much sure everybody has. Have you seen it, Shay?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. When Hughes died, I felt like my heart was ripped in two, because like him and Hughes had this really deep bromance. They did, like really deep friendship. And plus, like, you know, dating an officer, you know, I'd have regal position, and I'm very sure if anyone tarnished my name, he would instantly fry them, you know. He would just say fry them, they're gone within 2 seconds.
Right?
He would protect his name. Yes.
Unless it was raining, then he's useless.
Oh no, he's got his fists. Men have always got their fists. If all else fails,
then he's useless.
Oh yeah. Cat, are we gonna have a fight, Shay? I don't want to fight you, girl. I don't.
Oh no, we're not gonna have a fight. I'm just saying. I mean, even Riza said at first, she was like, "Mustang, you're useless." And he was upset, like, but she was just like, "You're useless." But we all know Mustang is Riza's man. We all know. I ship them together so much. I am sorry, I had to.
Oh, what, Riza and Mustang?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I do as well.
I didn't understand why people would ship Mustang and Ed together. I was like, number one,
God.
that is a pedophile if you even do that, because
that's a whole
he's like 13. Mustang's at least 30.
That's like the illegal sector.
And that's the thing I've noticed with the anime community, like, a lot when it comes to shipping, is like, it's like all realms of like reality go out the window. They could be, I mean, the boy is 13.
Oh no, she dropped out again. It's all right. She'll be back. Oh dear. That's all right. She'll come back ranting about illegal shippings. Oh, there you are. Oh, there you are, Shay.
I'm back.
That's okay. Everybody was so concerned.
I don't know what happens. Why it goes out all the time.
Oh, maybe, like I said, your internet probably hates you. Mine used to hate me, but now it loves me.
Oh, technology. Technology.
Yeah, the whole shipping game. Oh my God, that's like, and I get what you mean. Like, I would disagree, obviously, with the whole, how can you ship Mustang and Edward? I'm like, no, that's the red tape area. I've got some ships that are, considered illegal. Yeah,
I'm sure everyone does. I mean, like with Inuyasha, like I myself, and I know a lot of people don't like this. I ship at times Rin and Sesshomaru together. Obviously, when Rin is older, not now. She's like 5, but I mean when she's older, because obviously Sesshomaru is like at least 250 years old, so he's not dying anytime soon.
No, I don't know.
Like, that's fine. And right now, though, no.
Well, I just wish in Inuyasha she had been older. That would have been cool. But then again, I feel like her being younger, you got, obviously she brought out he was lacking in that he didn't have what Inuyasha had, which was some human compassion. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a good thing. That's why I'm glad that they brought Rin in for that. But still, though, some of the shippings defy everything, and you're right.
They defy just the laws of nature, basically.
Yes, like let's be real. This would not happen in real life. And I know a lot of people are like, okay, that's right. Yeah, it's fantasy. I said yes, but some realms of fantasy should not even be touched in fantasy.
No,
should not. Like that's like a pedophile. That's a grown man with a little boy. If this was to happen for real, all things would hit the fan.
That's funny. All right, what is your second choice, Shay, of a male character that you would date?
Another male character that I would date. I don't know. I mean, yes. I mean, well. Damn, this is hard.
I know, I'm giving you any time. I've written down all mine because I'm hopelessly organized.
I am not. Well, I am, but I'm not. I hope not organized.
Would anyone from Utapri? Would you date anyone from Utapri?
I like Ren, the one with the red hair.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. He's a sweetie. He is.
Yeah. So him, yeah, I would date him. But I don't think if I dated him, I don't think I could trust him though.
You know. Oh, what makes you say that?
Because of the fact that he is kind of like, although I don't know, maybe. Because I feel like because when he first came on the show, he was like, when you were first introduced to him in the very first season, he was very much like a womanizer, kind of like a womanizer, but he's very much like Moroku from Inuyasha. So he's the type that will go around any woman and like, flirt with them. But I feel like he would also be like Moroku that once he found a girl that he really liked, he would like stick with her forever, you know? So in a way, that's probably why in a way I kind of couldn't trust him, because I wouldn't know if he's like being faithful or not.
Yeah, that's totally, yeah. Look, that's totally understandable.
That's the only thing with him, but still, he would probably be a lot of fun to date.
He would. Oh yeah. I'm sure he'd be, good in the bedroom department. Oh yeah. He's not somebody that I would personally date. He's someone that I would fully avoid dating just because of that aspect. Okay, so my second choice. So let's see. My second, if I was going to date, I would love. It would definitely be Nobu from Nana. It would.
Yeah.
I know you like Nobu. My heart I hated after that moment in that episode. I hated Nana. I hated her. It's like, you are so indecisive. And I was like, you don't deserve Nobu. Seriously, that's been one of the most times I've been frustrated with a character. Like, really frustrated. I was like, she just didn't deserve him. Nobu, what can I say? He's, a really, really nice guy. And, he's a bonus, and he's like, in a band, and he knows how to play the guitar. And I just love his whole aura about him. I know he would make me happy like 24/7. He would.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's definitely a cutie. I've never dated someone with like piercings and stuff. So that's never any guy like wearing piercings has never like put me off. So it definitely Nobu. Oh, Devin, you need to see Nana. You need to see Nana. It's seriously, it's one. It is for what it is. It's one of the best mature adult kind of romance shows out there. That actually,
and besides that one, it's a really good show.
It's going beyond high school, going kind of beyond college, where you're starting out in the world and you're finding a job, all that crap, place to live. It really delves into that side of things, and that's what I loved about Nana. How many episodes are there again? It's quite a long series there.
It's like 40. It's like 40 something.
43.
Yeah.
44, yeah. So it really, a lot of things happen in it. A lot. So, but yeah.
I think another show, definitely check out Nana, and then another show to check out would be Paradise Kiss.
Oh yeah, I know how much you like that one.
Yeah, it's a good show because it's also a romance, but then it's also a lot about like growing up, and because the main female character is in high school, but she's trying to find her own way because she's been very much kind of following what her mom wants her to do. So when she happens upon a group of people that want her to model for them, she then has to like make a decision about like what, and finally come to realize or really think long and hard about what it is that she really wants for her own life. And then along the way with falling in love and falling in love with someone as well. It's a really good show, and the reason why I love it so much is because it doesn't have your typical ending for any kind of a romance show.
No, it doesn't.
And that's why I liked it so much. Because it
Yeah,
was surprising of an ending, but I loved it.
yeah, I've like read like half the manga. I probably prefer the anime than the manga. That's just like preference though, because I saw the manga first and then I watched the anime first. But yeah, you should definitely check out Nana and Paradise Kiss. They're good ones.
Yeah, Nana's such a good show, but it will make you so mad. And the reason why it makes you mad is because it's not finished. That's why it pisses you off.
It's not.
Neither is the manga. Neither one of those are finished, and you're kind of just like, I want more. And the manga's just sad.
Lynn's just mentioned about the Paradise Kiss movie.
There's a movie?
Yeah, there's a movie. There's a live action. I kept forgetting to tell you that.
That's probably why I haven't seen this, because it's
I kept forgetting to tell you because Lynn told me, and they're like, "Oh, I've got to tell Shay." Ooh.
Maybe that's why I haven't seen it, because it's a lot.
That was a big thunderstorm roll. That was just then.
Sorry,
folks. There is currently a storm right now. It's just had a big ass roll of thunder. Then I'm like, oh, geez. That just kind of shook my table then, just slightly. I'm not joking. It slightly rattled it. Ugh.
Seriously, thunder, not an earthquake?
No, the last time we had an earthquake was like where I live, we hardly get any earthquakes. We get tiny tremors. They only happen in the night. They do. There can be like a minuscule of like a 2.3, which is like nothing.
Oh, well, don't come to California. We are earthquake.
No, I know. I'm not going to do. I wouldn't. That's what another reason I wouldn't want to live in America or Japan.
Well, in America, it's kind of like pick your disaster, because if you're on the West Coast and you're in California, you have earthquakes to look, forward to, that. Yeah. If you're on the East Coast, you get like snowstorms, and then of course you also can get like hurricanes as well.
And we all know what happens in Texas.
And then Texas, and then
Florida is just tornadoes.
In Florida, you get tornadoes and stuff like that, and same with that. And it's like, in honesty, it's really like pick your natural disaster. Yeah, so if you're in California,
take your pick.
In California, it's earthquakes, and I'll be honest, I've felt a few.
Oh yeah, I can imagine you would have. So
well, but here's the thing, for anyone who lives in California, we've been taught, since elementary school, or since we were school age, what to do when an earthquake happens, which is either go into the nearest doorway or be under a steady table. I never follow those rules when an actual earthquake happens, because my first reaction is, oh shit. And then it's like, how long is this going to last? Is it a big one? Is it a small one? And then when it's over, then I run for my life. Where? I don't know. I just know I'm running. That's really my reaction.
Where am I going?
And to be honest, when people ask about earthquakes, I'm like, I always hear them before I feel them. It's like I'm a dog. Like, I hear it because it sounds like a train is coming. And then you feel it. And then for me, though, I hear it first and then I feel it. And so the last time I felt an earthquake, I just got home from the movies, and I was standing up and I was getting ready for bed, and then an earthquake hit, and it was small, like maybe like a 3, maybe a 4 point something, but it shook the house well enough where I was like, oh my God. And then as soon as it was over, I ran into because my dad was in his room, and I ran to my dad's room. My dad just looked at me, he goes, you thought the earthquake coming? I was like, yeah. And I was like, let me get into bed before another one hits. And then the one I felt, but for that one, I was living at my mom's house at the time, and I was in my bed, I was sleeping, and my room was shaking. But my first thought was, where we were living where my mom lives, when someone comes up the stairs to our apartment, it will shake my room. So I'm thinking someone's climbing the stairs. But I also had the news on at the time, and the news person was doing the weather and goes, oh my God, it's an earthquake. And I was like, oh, that is an earthquake then. And then I was like, well, maybe I should get up And then as soon as I moved to actually get out of bed, it stopped. And I was just like, oh, well, let me just lay back down. Like, it scared me, but I was like, oh, well, since it's over, I'm just going to lay back down. And I just watched the news, and they were, like, talking about it and kept showing the clip of when they felt it. And I was like, oh, it's so that was an earthquake. But
that's funny.
But for anyone who's never lived in California, and if you come to California and you experience an earthquake, it scares the crap out of people. And then for us as Californians, we get scared because we don't know when they hit. They just kind of hit. But until we like get like that big one, that really jolts us. But sometimes it's like a quick jolt, and that's it. And sometimes it's just like a little rattle, and then you're just like, oh, okay, so it's over. But then it's always the aftershocks after that. Kind of creep you out too, but
it makes me feel lucky where I live. There's no like we don't, like it like just for you in America, like here in Australia, there's different bits everywhere as part of Australia that you can experience the great of, you get a lot of cyclones like up in Queensland, and there's a bit where there's lots of snowstorms and bushfires. We're famous for the bushfires here. That's always bloody lethal, that is. And where I live, it's like very quaint, like nothing really happens extreme like weather-wise. We just seem to avoid all like major bushfires and like any storms or anything. So I feel lucky. So when everyone, like you were just saying about earthquakes, I'm just like, it's so hard to imagine if it happened here, but I know it won't. So
yeah. But you guys also have really big spiders.
We have big spiders and snakes and crocs.
I don't mind snakes and like reptiles. I have arachnophobia, so I am very much afraid of spiders. So that would keep me out of Australia. Just the spiders alone.
well, all we have like in my garage at home is like a bunch of like daddy long legs. Basically.
Okay, I'm okay with daddy long legs.
I'm okay with daddy long legs. I've never seen like a gigantic like tarantula or something here. I've never seen like a big ass spider that's surprised me. Yet, even though I've lived here for 12 years, still haven't seen one. It'll happen one day. Right. Enough about scary stuff.
I know, we like totally deviated from this.
Never mind, you guys are used to us diverting off topic anyway. Okay, I think it was your turn, Shay, to pick a third one. Yes, third person. Third
person.
Anime male you would date.
Third anime male that I would date. Let's see. Oh, okay. I would date what's his name? Can't remember his name off the top of my head.
What anime are they from?
It's from Kuroko's Basketball.
Oh, okay. I still have yet to see that sports anime.
And
have you seen all of it?
I have. I've seen all of it.
Oh, is it good?
Oh, yes. I love it. I've loved Kuroko's Basketball. I always liked it. And I think it's because I like basketball. Basketball is one of my favorite sports. And so when I found out about it, I completely fell in love with it. I had to go with Almine. I think that's how you're supposed to say his name. He's from Kuroko's Basketball. He plays for another team, not the Syrian team. He plays for Tuo Academy. That's who he plays for. And I like him, or I would date him because, well, strangely enough, he is kind of a dick. Like, he's really kind of mean. Strangely enough,
you always go like the one dick.
I know.
Like
he's kind of mean, but even though he's kind of mean, he he's also kind of like the one that like push you to your limit, like where he knows that you can do better, but he's also like has like a nice streak about him, kind of. Plus, he's one badass basketball player.
What colored hair does he have?
Like black hair. It's like black or blue hair, like a dark blue or a light blue.
What was his name again?
His name is. Last name is Almine. His first name is Daiki.
Yeah. Okay, finally. Sorry, I was looking him up. Yeah, he does look like a dick.
He does.
Says in the end he's like, 16.
But he's such a good.
He looks like he's 20. He looks like he's 20.
But he's such a good basketball player. So like I can't even hate like at all.
Yeah, he's probably someone I'd probably go for. And probably as well, looking at it. I'll let you know. I'll let you know as soon as I watch the show, which will be very, very soon, I'm sure. I'm watching Free at the moment, the swimming anime. I'm only up to like episode 2 at the moment. And it's very hard to choose out of them lot. So some tough decisions ahead. Tough decisions. Of course, I'm just kidding. All right. My third person I would date is actually Shaoran from Tsubasa Reservoir Tsubasa Chronicles. I love this Shaoran more than obviously kid Shaoran. I always felt constantly bad for Shaoran that he sacrificed his memories with her, that she forgot all about him. And he just still carried on looking for her memories, which were feathers going into different dimensions. And by the way, if you've never seen Tsubasa Chronicles, you freaking have to. Jesus Christ, it's good. And it's completely different from Cardcaptor Sakura, just so you know. Just because the same characters are taken from that series, it's a completely different plot. But yeah, Shaoran, he's such a sweetie, and I would just love to be with him. Again, he's like another anime character. Like, I just feel like I just want to protect you, I just want to protect you. And, you can tell right off the bat he would be really good to a girl. There's like a difference between Kitty Shaoran and this Shaoran. Obviously, this Shaoran has no like redeeming, like jerk-like qualities. Whereas Kitty Shaoran, from Cardcaptor Sakura, he's he's very loud and he's not afraid to voice his opinion and kind of boss around Sakura. Where this one, the story, his character development is very, very different. But he's just such a darling, and I would be happy to be his girlfriend. Even though, like, for some fangirls, they say, look, there are some pairings you can't pair yourself with. Like, it's like Shaoran and Sakura meant to be. You're not supposed to touch them. You're not supposed to say, oh, you want to be with so-and-so. That's another argument that I've found with fangirls. That is an argument I have got into over the previous conversations I've had with some other like girls over the net and whatever, that they feel like, no, you can't touch that pairing. You can't touch Sakura and Shaoran. Just no. So definitely won't win there. Have you seen Tsubasa Chronicles, Shay?
I have.
Oh.
I finally had gotten a chance to see it. I saw it years ago.
But yeah. Yeah. So I'd be happy with those choices. Roy, Nobu, and Shaoran. And now we're going to talk about my favorite part of this podcast episode, is that what men that we wouldn't date, or those jerks in anime that totally deserved what was coming to them. So we're going to probably talk about a few. I'm not even going to limit this. I'm not, because I've got a whole bloody list. I do. You're like, oh. So I'm sure I'm sure every girl out there can relate to this. I know Shay will. Shay will have a lot of opinion. I know you will, Shay.
Probably.
Probably. All right. So what is one anime character, what is one male character out there, could be from any series, that was just a plain old jerk, but we know most of them are located in the romance genre, obviously. But what is one that just frustrated you and you just want to like slap across the face, basically?
Well, okay. So I gotta say my number one, the first one I gotta say is he's not a bad guy. So he wasn't a jerk in the series. Surprisingly, he was not a jerk. I just feel like I would find him very annoying as a boyfriend, just a little bit. And that would be, I hate to say this, it would actually be Tamaki from Ouran High School's Club. So,
oh really?
Yeah. I would actually find him kind of annoying. Like he's definitely a lovable character. Do not get me wrong. As a character, he is so lovable. He's so empathetic with all his friends. He's definitely very much big for his friends. But I feel like for me, as the girl that I am, for me, I would see him as being like more so like one of my like a best friend for me. But if I ever tried to date him, I think that his ways of how, when he's like super duper energetic, would totally irk my nerves. I would, but in a way, I feel like that's what would attract us to each other. Because I feel like I would be definitely like Haruhi, because Haruhi is very, very low key, but then Tamaki is super all over the place.
Yeah, he is like a bit all over the place, and yeah, I can totally get on board with you there. He's somebody that I wouldn't want to, he's somebody that I wouldn't date. He seems like very high maintenance to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very surprising on that one. Let's see. I have many a list of some male characters that I think that deserve to be in hell, some that deserve to be slapped across the face. Everyone's like, Lita is being excessive. No. So one guy that really frustrated me to start off with is actually Rin from the anime Shuffle. You know, he's got all these lovely girls surrounding him, and he was just a dick between Kaede and Asa. He just could not help himself. He couldn't make one blasted decision between the two. And in the end, he ended up hurting all of his like girlfriends, you know, girls that are friends, not saying they're his girlfriends. He just ended up hurting them all in some way. And then in the end, he didn't totally deserve Asa. He didn't. I thought he was just worthless in the end, honestly. I just thought he was worthless. So have you seen the anime Shuffle, Shay?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, he frustrated me. Really frustrated me. In the end, I just thought he was worthless, and I'm like, you know, you just don't deserve Asa. You don't deserve her.
Mm-mm.
So he's on my bad list. All right. Who is another character, Shay? That's frustrating.
The guy from School Days.
Oh man, I have not seen School Days. Not seen it yet.
It's such a messed up anime.
Oh yeah.
You watch it as a girl that's ever been dated by another boy. Like you totally get where she's coming from and you understand, but she's crazy as shit. But you understand just a little bit more. Not saying that I would never do what this girl did in the show ever, because number one, you would go to jail and you just are crazy as hell. But the boy had what was coming to him just because he was so
sleazy.
Yeah, he was a playboy.
Yeah,
and that's sleazy. Probably the biggest thing is that, you know, he was a playboy. So he had what was coming to him. Well, if anyone has seen School Days, then they know what happened to him. But, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I don't condone just as this being a PDA, not PDA, PSA for anyone out there who's ever gone through what that boy put those girls through. Do not do that. Do not do what that girl did to that boy and to the girl. Do not do that.
You know,
I know that everyone in here, whichever girl, any girls that are in this chat, in this part of this live stream right now and are in the chat, you know, if you've ever been done wrong by a boy, it will make you want to do some pretty crazy things. But just remember, you know, those have consequences such as jail or death or something. And I don't think anybody wants to go through that. So don't do it. But I mean, like, you know, like every woman who's ever been done wrong by a guy, like have anyone have you seen the movie Waiting to Exhale?
No, I've never even heard of it.
No. Okay. So do you know if anyone in the chat has seen it? It's like a classic movie. It came out like in the 90s and it was a mostly Black cast. It has Angela Bassett in it. Whitney Houston was in it. And Angela Bassett had an epic scene when she finds out her husband is cheating. And her husband had like an immaculate closet. Like it was just super organized. And she was very, very pissed off. And since you haven't seen the movie, you can probably look up the scene on YouTube. I'm sure they have it. And she rips all his clothes out of the closet, puts them in his car, drives the car out to the front of the house, and then sets the car on fire with the clothes inside. Because she was so pissed off and she was so mad at him for cheating on her. So, needless to say, don't do that. Or do it. I mean, it's your own peril. But I mean, like, you know, stuff like that can drive, you know, a woman to do some crazy things, especially when it comes to love and having, you know, your heart broken, because that's never fun.
No, I was gonna say, well, we're talking about school days, that I remember Glass Reflection Akira, he made a video actually talking about why you should watch School Days. I've yet to watch it. I think I've got an excuse now to watch it now. But yeah, I'm getting a drift of what actually happens in the show. Even though it's a terrible messed up show, I would still watch it to say that I actually watched it. So obviously he's someone that should just, sounds like, you know, he got what he deserved. Mm-hmm. All right, another piece of shit that didn't deserve no one in the end. The most frustrating, indecisive jerk in anime that I can say with full certainty is a guy named Takayuki from the anime Rumbling Hearts. He's a real piece of shit. Like, he's so indecisive. Like, just playing Haruka and what was her friend's name? Was it Mina? No.
I can't remember.
Mitsuki.
Yeah,
that's it, Mitsuki.
It's been a long time since I saw Rumbling Hearts.
Oh, I love the show. Yes, Devin, I love it. I absolutely love the show. It is again. It's really sort of along the lines of Nana in a way. It's got that sort of maturity, like high school kind of concept. It's very, very real life based aspect. But at the same time, Takayuki, through the whole thing, he just freaking annoyed me. Like, I felt sorry for Haruka in the end. It was just so freaking messed up. I know. In the end, he chose Mitsuki. Mitsuki, you know, she'd been pining after him for like forever. She had the crush on him for the longest time, And, you know, she's a freaking backstabber. I wouldn't want her as a friend. I wouldn't.
Yep.
And poor Haruka in the end when she discovers, I hate the moment when she realizes that she's not, that she actually realizes that it's not the same day. Because she lost, you know, she got amnesia and pretty much her mindset stayed from the day that she had the accident. So realizing that it's not that day, it's a different year, it's a few years later, I hate that moment. It was devastating. And in the end, when we got towards the end of the anime, I'm like, well, you know, Takayuki Mitsuki is like, made it onto my blog post I made ages and ages ago of like couples I would never support. They're ones that I would never support. Yeah, Takayuki's a piece of shit. There you go. So,
oh my God.
So, all right, and I guess we'll go one more of people men we would not want to date in the anime side of things. Who is another one for you, Shay?
Another one that I wouldn't date. I really gotta think about this one. I feel like the clock is ticking.
Oh, it's not quick. No, it's not ticking.
I probably would have to go with. I'm like going through like the list of animes that I've seen and the guys.
I know. I was doing that before as well.
For me to like seriously to think.
I know there's so many jokes out there you could pick from.
I know. Oh man.
If you want, I can say my third one and give you some
say your third one. Give me some time.
Okay. So another one would be Bonehead Area Naoki from, I'm sure Shay is familiar with this, from the anime Itsura no Narcus.
What? Shocking.
Oh yeah, you're shocked, are you? I hate him.
Really?
Yeah. He's just because he's how he is towards Kotoko. I hated it.
I feel like he's a typical guy.
I know, but just
I know it sounds terrible to say that. But I feel like I don't know why. I feel like he was a typical guy because it's the basic story of, let's be real. It's the basic story of girl likes guy likes her, guy does not like her.
Yeah, but he was like in the anime, it was very, very like plainly cruel. He was, but then again, when I watched like 2 of the drama versions of this, it was even crueler. That led me towards not liking his character even more. So I just not fond of him at all. And as much as I love the anime itself, I just, wasn't feeling it with him. And most of the time I just, wanted to give him a good old slap across the face, basically. So yeah, those are my 3.
So
now,
yeah.
Oh, go on. Yeah, have you thought of one now, Shay?
I have. And this might piss some people off, but that's all right. So it's from Vampire Knight, and I chose Kaname Kuran.
Oh well, I'm not gonna rain all over your Kaname parade. I didn't really like him I didn't really like him either. I like Zero.
Yeah. I didn't like Kaname just because of the fact later on, mostly because when I later on went to read the manga, I didn't like him anymore. I didn't mind him in the anime. It's in the manga I started to hate him.
Oh, in the manga. Why? Was he like what? What was he like in the
I think because
manga?
once it kind of revealed a lot of the backstory concerning him, and once it revealed a lot of like the reasons why he was doing the things he was doing, it it made me just not like him anymore. Like I was just like, oh, well, you just burst my bubble. That's kind of why. Like it's hard for me to remember because it's been years since I read the manga, so I don't entirely remember a whole lot. But all I think I remember from me reading it was that I just started to despise him more and more as a character.
Yeah, do you, that reminds me, do you remember when like Vampire Night first came out? God, I can remember it like it was yesterday. And there was like in with anything, there was the big debate over like Kaname and Zero. That anime skyrocketed with popularity. It baffled me. It did. And I was just like, nah, I'm a Zero girl. I used to be a Kaname girl. Now I feel shameful that I used to be.
Yeah.
But I can understand why you wouldn't want to date Kaname. Be worrying about if he would be cheating on you, sucking someone else's blood. That's what would happen. That's what would happen in the vampire world.
It's so weird. The only thing is because like when you said with the debate between whether people were like, "Oh, are you with do you like Kaname or Zero?" It was kind of like, for me, I liked more of the other vampires that were in the show than Kaname. But with you saying that, it's kind of like for me, I feel like it was kind of the same way with like Fruits Basket between Yuki and Kyo. It was kind of like, which one do you like more, especially when it came to Toru and trying to figure out who she's going to end up with between those two.
You would think Yuki.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I thought when I first saw the anime.
And then when I read the manga and I saw who she ended up with, I was like, oh, I see it. Like
I know she ends up with Kyo. Like yeah. I've only read up to volume I think 10 at the moment. I'm on like volume 11. It's been on like hiatus, me reading it lately, but I really can't wait to get to the end. I'm like, yes, this is the ending I'm wanting. If you can't ever find the ending you want, always go to the manga if the anime can't give you it.
But don't watch watch the anime. The anime is really good. But the only problem with the anime is that
I've seen the anime.
The anime is good. I like it.
Yeah, it's just the ending is so like
they ended it fine. I'll be honest. They ended it very well to where, like, honestly, since they didn't continue it, it's not terrible, but it is kind of terrible because they mentioned all these Zodiac characters, but then they only introduced like not even all of them.
And like it's a series I still feel that needs a second season.
Yeah, but it's not. It's been too long now.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, it's been too long now. But yeah, if you need if you need the ending for Fruits Basket that you want, go read the manga.
Right. And I heard all these rumors about why there's no second season and stuff.
Yeah, but at the same time, I love the anime. It's hilarious. Always makes me laugh with, especially Kyo and his random outbursts. Again, he's somebody that I would, date. He would as well, even though his temper tantrums, I can be just as bad. I think we'd be in sync. May not seem like it when I say it like that, but in real life, like, yeah, I can get fairly temperamental. So I think we would be in sync. I think. Oh. All right. If anyone has any questions for us, you guys feel free to ask them now. As usually towards the end of our stream, we always ask you guys if you want to ask us any questions. Now this is the part where we talk about random crap. So I was going to ask your opinion, Shay. Did you hear about Crunchyroll and that the bit rate, like the video quality for paying subscribers for this with a subscription is like being downgraded, so you're not getting like full HD?
I've
Hardly know.
heard of it. I did hear about that. Now, have I checked it out? Because I also pay for Crunchyroll. Have I checked it out? No. I'll be
Oh,
honest.
yeah.
I haven't
Yeah,
like
you
checked out
should.
Crunchyroll.
They're doing it. They're doing it to save money. They are.
Oh.
And
I mean,
yeah, it's caused a lot of uproar. A lot of people aren't happy right now. I mean, obviously, I mean, like I pay for Crunchyroll, and it's and you know,
is it that bad?
it's um,
Or is it just because people just aren't used to it being in HD? Because I feel like
it's going from like 1080 down to like 480. 480 bit rate is okay, but it really is not as good as quality, I've found. When my internet used to really struggle just to even like load one episode just on, it would struggle to load it on 480, and when I look at it on my TV it looks absolute crap, and then when I like do full HD like 1080 or 720 HD bit rate, it looks, it looks great, it looks gleaming, it looks crisp and clear. But yeah, I don't know, a lot of people are like frustrated because you at least want to at least have half decent, way to watch your anime in HD, of course. And now they're just doing it to like lower the cost. They are. So that's why a lot of people are like really frustrated. They are. I mean, like, I'm not so, I mean, I can understand, but but it's more frustrating for me because, I'm in Australia, like, and people in America, they get a lot more access to a lot of their animes there, where for like countries like Europe and me, there's like major, country restrictions for certain animes that you watch. So that depletes it. That depletes it for me as well. So doesn't mean I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go like unsubscribe to them now. Doesn't mean that. I'm just saying that, they want to save money, but at the same time, people are paying to watch it in good quality HD. I feel like they might lose, potential paying subscribers now. This is so funny when they just hit over 1 million like subscriptions, and then announced a convention, did that big week where they did all these giveaways and stuff, and now they've gone and done this. That's hilarious to me. That is.
Well, I'll be honest. For me, I'm checking it out on my computer now. Like, I have it on mute, and it doesn't look bad. And then I even had it on my TV, and it doesn't look bad either. I have an Apple TV, so with my Apple TV, I have the Crunchyroll app, and it doesn't look. It doesn't look.
Yeah. Oh, this is just like. Oh, this is like. This is really, really recent. It only just announced like last week, really. They just like made the announcement they did. So I mean, like, if it really doesn't affect me, they're not really gonna care. But a lot of people like that. Probably maybe the bit rate will go down and maybe they might get crap quality. They're the ones that are going to be complaining. They will. So it also all depends on like your internet quality as well. Obviously with what internet provider you're with, blah, blah, blah. So, and yeah, if you guys, I know there's only 5 of you guys watching right now, but yeah, feel free to ask us some questions if you guys would like to. What anime have you been watching lately, Shay?
I just started watching Assassination Classroom, actually.
Ah, yeah, I started watching that with someone. I think I'm nearly finished with the first season.
Yeah,
I haven't
I'm watching
picked it back up for a while. Yeah, the dub is really good. I love Kuro Sensei's dub voice. It's hilarious. It's perfect. Like it is. Good. Yeah, it is perfect. Oh, it took me a while to kind of get into it. What episode are you up to right now?
I think I'm on Like 4 or 5.
Oh yeah. It took me probably about until episode 2 or 3 to really get into the anime and for it to actually make me laugh. Because like people have recommended to me no end of times and like, oh, this is gonna so make you laugh. And you know, I'm always like sitting there kind of like waiting for it. And yeah, it by the second episode I was pretty much just laughing my ass off basically. I just find it hilarious. He's trying to be a teacher, and at the same time, his students are learning assassin skills, and then they're trying to study at the same time. Oh, it's really funny. And then they stretched it out. And when I found out they had a second season, I'm like, oh, okay. It makes me really wonder, like, what else is going to happen. That makes me really curious. So. And yeah, so are you watching? Oh, are you watching? Oh, Devin, are you playing Overwatch? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys. You play your video games. You like sitting here listening to us. I know you do.
Yeah.
We're just that good. No.
Oh, I did want to say really quick on the Crunchyroll thing because I think somehow my service went out midway through me talking.
Okay.
I had turned on Crunchyroll really quick on my TV and on my computer, and the quality doesn't look bad. Like to me, it doesn't look bad, but I usually cannot tell the quality unless it's like super, super buffery or however, and it doesn't look bad at all. At least to me, it doesn't. It makes me wonder why people are upset. Like in some ways, like I understand people are paying and that can explain why they're upset. But I don't know. I hate to kind of throw the anime community under the bus, but I feel like it makes us feel like we're entitled to it being high quality.
Yeah, just that the video quality is like taking a dip, and
yeah. At least they have a reason why, and it's not like just because they want to do it.
They're doing it definitely to save money.
Yeah.
That's the whole. Yeah, that's really like the whole reason.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how the industry is doing with that. Like with companies saying, "Hey, we're cutting back to save money, so we're cutting back on the video quality." It makes me wonder if there's like a reason why. Is it due to the industry? Is that why they're doing it, or anything like that? Because I feel like now they're in competition with the streaming sites that aren't exactly legal that do have high quality streaming.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, that's a whole other side of things as well.
I do. Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, I'll let you finish because mine was a whole different topic.
Oh no, go on. Yeah, you might. It's alright. I might as well just change the topic anyway. So
I was talking to my brother recently, and my brother had asked me about like anime as a subculture because he was working on something for school for like an essay.
Oh,
and
cool.
one of the interesting things that he had asked me was what's a way that like the outside world, like what's 2 words that I could use that describes the anime community with words that like us looking into the anime community because we're a part of it, what words can we like think of? And I gave my brother 2 words that I thought of just because since, we are all collectively a part of the community, and since I'm in the community, the words that I can think of that we wish others that they saw those too are ones that we can describe ourselves as. And I chose 2 words. One wasn't a good word, and the other one I felt was fine. One of them was normal. And the reason why I said normal was because of the simple fact that people on the outside looking into the anime community many times find us to be strange or weird or antisocial or awkward, or they seem to find those terms to define people within the anime community. And I said normal because most of us, we feel we're normal, and most of us are normal, but we just so happen to enjoy something that is more misunderstood, or that many people don't understand on the outside, because it is something that many people don't get because of the fandom that we're a part of. And the second word, though, I chose was entitled. And the only reason why I chose that as another word is because I've looked at other fandoms, such as like comic books or video games, and I feel like the anime community a lot of times feels very entitled about what we want to get. So, like, for example, when it comes to shows, you know, when they come out, we want them immediately. When in reality, that's not how the industry works, but we want them as soon as we want it. And even if it means us even if that means us getting it in not the most legal way, such as, you know, downloading it through torrents or viewing it on streaming sites that are not legal, and us not realizing that that can hurt the industry that we love so much. But we just feel like we're entitled to it. Just because we can now get our hands on it as soon as we can, and then seeing these companies try to compete with that. So I have a question for you, as well as anyone else who wants to answer. What words would you describe the anime community as, since we're a part of the community?
Oh god,
those are the two words that I chose. Like I said,
that was not a good word, they're good words.
But what are words
a lot of people would just say straight up that I've heard a lot lately is toxic.
Absolutely.
I'll answer your question. I've actually always avoided talking about this topic in particular, the anime community, because all I feel like it does is just spread negativity. Two words to describe it. Debatable is one word I would use. Everything to do with this community, everything, doesn't matter what it is, an anime, a character, a story, plot, animation, all of it, it's all debatable. Like, debatable in a way. There's a good and a bad side. The good side we have are the like-minded folk, I like to call them, that don't put down your opinion, basically, and are level-headed. Where, like, you have the bad side, which are just the ones that, you know, want to ram it down your throat and say that, oh, nah, this is better. So there is a good and bad in debatable. So this community can be very debatable. Yeah. That's a word I would describe. As a second one is, I was nearly going to say accepting, but no, I'm not going to say accepting, is, I want to say is homely as well. Homely and debatable. I do feel like, as a part of this community now, I feel like I'm more... Sorry, I'm just like, I felt like you spat something out your mouth, and I was like, oh.
I tried to like cover my mouth, but it didn't work. So
sorry, that was funny. Sorry. You don't want to hear me when I sneeze. I sound like a freaking elephant. I do. But yeah, homely, you know, I've never felt more, you know, like really in this community now more than ever, whereas a few years ago I didn't feel like that at all. And, you know, I do feel like at the same time, this community for people I know can be very frustrating, but that all depends if you voice your opinion, you put yourself out there, and that basically, you know, you're putting yourself on a pedestal, and then you're waiting for all the backlash to come. That's, you know, down to choice, really. That's why I said debatable to describe the community is one word. But the second word, homely. At the same time, the anime community can feel very homely. You feel right at home, like you're in your element. You're with people that love the things that you do, and then you don't feel like a complete weirdo. You don't, because so nearly everybody feels like this. They do. So I would say nearly everybody. There are some that don't, but yeah, homely and debatable. What do you guys think in the chat? What are 2 words that you would describe the anime community? Me and Shay have given our 2 cents. You guys can give us your 2 cents if you would like, but yeah, I feel it really doesn't give the anime community a good name if people just keep saying that it's toxic. Yes, but what is the difference, really? I mean, how is it different from different fandoms, like say like you got a massive group of, you got like the Harry Potter fandom who love Harry Potter, and say like there is going to be like they're probably having fights between who's best, like Ron, who's better, Ron or Harry for Hermione, I remember I used to get into arguments like that when I got really into Harry Potter way back. So how is it different from any fandom? Like, I know, like, to do with comics and Marvel and DC, like, there is some very heated debates in that in itself. So it doesn't matter what fandom it is. It just so happens to be that the anime community has just given itself a very, very good name lately.
I think it's because the anime community goes for low blows. Like, I think that's what it is. I think it's not so much the fact that people want to debate within the anime community, or the anime community can be toxic, or however many people want to put it. I think it's because of the fact that the anime community in and of itself goes beyond just the fact if you like a particular anime, if you like a particular show, or if you like a particular character. I mean, for example, I've heard stories of where people, they've asked someone, what's your favorite anime? And they'll say, oh, well, I really like Sword Art Online just because it's the first show that they ever really watched, but they fell in love with it. And people want to then scoff or say something bad about the show that you like, or they say something bad about you yourself as your own individual character. And you're just kind of like, well, in reality, we all are enjoying the same exact fandom, but what makes you think that just because I like a certain show that you yourself don't particularly care for, that makes you feel like you're above me for that? Or even if you say, oh, well, like many people have said to me, oh, Cowboy Bebop is a wonderful show. Like, they're like, oh, it's so good, one of the best shows I've ever seen. And so I tell people, oh, well, I necessarily have not seen Cowboy Bebop. And they'll say, like, well, then you're not a fan if you haven't seen it. Like, well, the reason why I haven't seen it is because when the show was out, it wasn't a show that I really could leisurely just sit there and watch on TV. At least for me, it wasn't. Not only that, but it just wasn't a show that I particularly really wanted to watch at that point in time in my life. Now, do I want to see it? Yeah, because a lot of people have talked about it. But not only that, but as someone who, puts their videos out online or talks about stuff, our stuff, stuff online with my videos and stuff like that. Like, I've had people come straight for my own character, like, for me as an individual, and not because of the fact that I'm an anime fan, but just because of me as an individual. And that's what makes it that's what can make it so toxic. So for me, where, I mean, you guys know I put my videos out on Anime Amino, and I said this before when I did my own review on Anime Amino. I mean, I've had people call me names on there for no particular reason. These people don't even know me. And they know that I'm a fan of anime, but if they see my videos up there and they might get, noticed or however, they then want to come at me as just me, myself. They then want to call me names that aren't very nice names, everything ranging from, calling me the B word to them actually insulting my own race and calling me names that are racial slurs. And it's kind of like, you don't even know me, but yet you're calling me out of my name for something that I cannot change, but you're not saying anything about the video in and of itself. They're just calling me out. And that's in and of itself is what it is. Like, I even had a group of individuals on Anime Amino go so far as to take my actual avatar, like, not my avatar on Anime Amino is my own picture, because I don't care. And they took my own picture on there. Someone took it and then made it a meme on Anime Amino, and then proceeded to make a group chat and then invite me to the group chat to then talk about me in the group chat. Now this was on a social media site that's for anime fans, and to then talk about me on there, everything from my hair to my smile to anything that they could pick on for me. Did I join the chat? No, I didn't join it. But before you can join a chat, you can actually take a look at the chat itself and see what they're actually saying. So I took a look at what they were saying over maybe a nice number of days just to see what was actually going on. And when I had proceeded to scroll up, they were just talking about me, just me as a person. And it was kind of like, you know, we're supposed to be all enjoying anime, but you're gunning for me as an individual, which doesn't make any sense. For me is why people feel like sometimes the anime community can sometimes be not a great place. Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, first off, they're a bunch of freaking lowlifes, just right off the bat, so. Secondly, I used to have anime amino. I used to use it, but I didn't like the vibe on there, so I stopped using it. And you've proved my point of why I stopped using that particular app. And thirdly, I mean, I've had my share of comments. Not that they've like really phased me all that much, really. I just, delete button, woo! So that's why I love the delete button, the block button. They're amazing things. But yeah, that's the whole reason the community keeps getting called toxic. And somebody made a point the other day. It was over Twitter. There's a fellow person that I do another stream with called The Reverse Otaku Variety Show is Marth. And he made a point about what makes the anime community so different is in being toxic. How is it different from how is it any different from any other fandom? Which was a very, very important point I felt he made. And so I feel, I just feel that, talking about like the anime, just talking about this topic itself, it's anyone wants to, they don't want to talk about anime, all that the bad side I was talking about, those ones that just, want to be fully like, they want to be, racist for no reason, for example, basically they do, as Shay was describing. As good as the anime community be, at times it can be a place, sometimes it can be a place where you don't want to be, which is like as sad as it.
Yeah, and in a way, sometimes I understand why a lot of people are like, well, what's the point? Don't even talk about it anymore. But that's the only way that I feel like most of it can change, is because if we bring it to light that this is how a lot of people are. Because sometimes that's why some people then make their ways away from the fandom, is because they're like, well, I don't want to be a part of this fandom because of the fans that are like this. And a lot of ways to be like, hey, not all the fans are like this. There are fans that are like this, and there's a lot of fans that are not like this. But in some ways, I think that also speaks to how young the anime fandom is. I mean, when you look at comic books and video games, there's like video games is probably the youngest, probably a really, really young fandom if you kind of think about it, as far as like how long video games is, so since technology since have been around. But when you look at anime in and of itself, like I feel like as far as it being more and more mainstream, and I know a lot of people are like, mainstream, what do you mean? Like mainstream as far as it being a part of several different like countries now, like it's still a fairly young fandom. I feel like that's why so many people are like this, is because and I feel like a lot of times it kind of speaks to the myth that maybe a lot of anime fans don't have the best social skills to understand that that's not okay.
Yeah, and
and I feel like that's the biggest thing, is that I feel like sometimes a lot of anime fans don't have the best social skills, because sometimes you'll say something, they automatically say stuff that you're just like, wait, are you serious?
It comes with like, especially particularly like the new generation. Remember, like the anime community wasn't as bad as it was. I'd say like a few years ago. I feel like it has kind of escalated since then. But that's just my opinion, though. And I see in the chat, Lynn did give her opinion on blinded and interconnected. Those are some interesting words. I like the blinded one.
Me too.
That's definitely a good word. Leon, you say sensual and hot. Well, I think you're talking about yourself. I'm going to say the hot side of the community is when it gets very heated. Yeah, just say it gets really heated.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can only press, you can only press on forward. I will still not stop loving this community still.
Oh yeah, I'm never gonna stop, being.
Yeah, I'll be damned. I'll be damned if I let anyone tarnish over me. Jeez, I'm thug Lita. I'm thug Lita now. My persona will, strike fear into those.
Oh no, I definitely agree. I just wish the anime community could start to be a little bit more accepting and a little bit more understanding that not everyone is going to have the same opinion as you, and that's never going to change. Or that, and also to stop feeling like anime cannot touch certain aspects of real life. So for example, if you talk about politics and you talk about anime, everyone immediately automatically goes, you can't talk about politics with anime. Why not? I mean, why not talk about politics with anime? Especially if it's just a fun topic. Like, why not talk about politics with anime? Like, it's not that big of a deal. People are like, oh, you shouldn't bring up certain topics with anime. Why not? Sometimes anime touches on those topics of politics, and we've seen it happen before. We've seen it touch on the LGBTQ community. We've seen it touch on race. We've seen it touch on several other topics. So it's like, why not talk about it with concern in politics, especially if it's just a fun topic?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just fully agree with what you said there. And on that note, guys, I'm going to end our podcast episode for today. We've been going for at least a couple of hours. We have.
Yeah.
But look, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As usual, I'm slipping up on my words. As always, guys, you can always comment down below anything you would like me and Shay to talk about. These episodes are random as anything, aren't they, Shay?
Mm-hmm.
I said, aren't they, Shay? Our episodes are just random as hell, basically.
Oh yeah.
That's the way we like it, and that's the way we'll do things. And again, I'll be damned if anyone says that they don't like what we do. Don't care. So. But anyway, you can, follow us on our links. You can, and you can follow us on Twitter. I promise we'll be more active on Twitter now, at least on a weekly basis. I won't let it go so dead. I promise. But yeah, look, I hope you guys had fun, and I'm sure we will see you guys definitely either pretty much. I think we'll be aiming around the beginning of April to have another podcast, Shay.
Yep.
Yeah, around the beginning, probably around the first or second week of April, we'll have another podcast. We will. Don't know what it'll be. We'll let you know through Twitter. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.